What if everything you believe about money is wrong? My name is Dave Rubin, and in this video we're breaking down why most people stay broke, not because they earn less, but because they never learn how money really works. You're going to see the simple rules, mistakes, and systems that actually build wealth over time. Most people assume financial struggle is directly linked to income, that if they earned more money, all their problems would disappear. But in reality, that's not how wealth works. A higher income without financial knowledge often leads to the same result, living paycheck to paycheck. The real issue is not just how much money people earn, but how they manage, allocate, and grow that money over time. This is where money rules come in. Simple but powerful principles that most people are never taught. One of the most important rules is the cash flow awareness rule. This means knowing exactly where every dollar goes. Most people don't track their expenses, so they never realize how much money is wasted on unnecessary subscriptions, impulse purchases, or lifestyle inflation. When you track your spending consistently, you automatically become more conscious, and studies show people can save 10 to 20% just by becoming aware of their expenses. The second is the pay yourself first rule. Instead of spending first and saving what is left, wealthy individuals reverse the process. They set aside money for savings and investments before anything else. This builds discipline and ensures that wealth is being created automatically, not left to chance. The third is the debt hierarchy rule. Not all debt is equal. High-interest debt, like credit cards, should always be prioritized because it silently drains wealth over time. Lower interest or productive debt can be managed differently, but expensive debt must always be eliminated first because it destroys financial progress. Another key principle is the investment compounding rule. Wealth is not built by saving alone, but by investing consistently over time. Even small amounts, when invested in diversified assets like index funds, can grow significantly due to compound interest. The earlier you start, the more powerful this effect becomes. The final and most overlooked rule is the consistency rule. Wealth is not built in months, it is built in years. Most people fail because they start and stop, chase shortcuts, or panic during market downturns. But those who stay consistent, even with average returns, eventually outperform those who try to get rich quickly. When you combine all these rules, tracking money, paying yourself first, eliminating bad debt, investing wisely, and staying consistent, you create a system that builds wealth automatically over time. The truth is simple. It's not that people don't earn enough, it's that they never build the habits and systems that turn income into wealth. If you found this helpful, don't just scroll away. Take action today. Start by tracking your expenses for the next 7 days and see where your money is really going. And if you want more simple breakdowns of how to build wealth step by step, make sure to subscribe and stay connected for the next video. Becoming a millionaire is often misunderstood. Most people assume it requires either winning the lottery, getting extremely lucky with investments, or earning a very high salary. While income does play a role, it is not the deciding factor. In fact, many high-income earners still live paycheck to paycheck, while people with average incomes quietly build substantial wealth over time. The real difference is not luck or income. It is the ability to avoid hidden financial mistakes that silently destroy wealth. One of the biggest mistakes is lifestyle inflation. As income increases, expenses increase at the same pace or even faster. A person gets a raise, buys a new car, moves into a more expensive house, or upgrades their lifestyle unnecessarily. As a result, even though they are earning more, they are not saving or investing more. Wealth never grows in this situation because every dollar earned is immediately spent. Another major mistake is lack of budgeting and awareness. Most people do not actually know where their money goes each month. Small expenses like subscriptions, eating out, online shopping, and impulse purchases add up significantly over time. Without tracking, money leaks happen silently, and people feel like they are earning enough but still never getting ahead. A third mistake is high-interest debt dependency, especially credit card debt. Many people rely on borrowed money to maintain their lifestyle. However, high interest rates make it extremely difficult to escape this cycle. Instead of building wealth, they are constantly paying extra just to service past spending. Another hidden mistake is not investing early or consistently. Many people delay investing because they think they need a large amount of money to start. In reality, even small consistent investments can grow significantly due to compounding. Delaying this process by even a few years can result in a massive loss of potential wealth. Lastly, people often fail due to lack of financial discipline and patience. They look for quick success, jump between strategies, or panic when markets fluctuate. Wealth building is not a short-term game. It requires consistency over many years, not emotional decisions based on short-term results. When you avoid these common mistakes, lifestyle inflation, lack of budgeting, high-interest debt, delayed investing, and emotional financial behavior, you automatically put yourself in a position where wealth can grow naturally. Becoming a millionaire is not about doing something extraordinary. It is about consistently avoiding the ordinary mistakes that keep most people financially stuck. The statistic that 63% of Americans cannot afford a $500 emergency often surprises people, but the deeper issue goes far beyond income. At first glance, it may seem like people simply do not earn enough money. However, when you look closer, you realize that the real problem is not just how much people make, it is how they manage what they already have. Poor money habits and lack of financial awareness play a much bigger role than most people think. One of the main reasons is the absence of expense awareness. Many people do not actively track their spending. They may know their monthly income, but they do not know where every dollar goes. Small daily expenses like food delivery, subscriptions, impulse shopping, and convenience purchases seem harmless, but over time they consume a large portion of income. Without tracking, people lose control over their money without even realizing it. Another major factor is living without a financial system. Most individuals operate reactively. They spend first and save whatever is left, if anything remains. This creates a cycle where money is always tight, no matter how much they earn. There is no structured plan like budgeting, saving goals, or emergency fund building. As a result, unexpected expenses like a car repair or medical bill become financial crises instead of manageable situations. A third issue is lack of emergency savings habits. Many people prioritize short-term desires over long-term security. Instead of building even a small emergency fund over time, money is spent on lifestyle upgrades or unnecessary purchases. When an emergency hits, they are forced to rely on credit cards or loans, which only increases financial pressure due to high interest rates. Another hidden problem is financial education gaps. Most people are never taught basic money management in school or at home. Concepts like budgeting, compound interest, debt management, and investing are often learned too late or never at all. Without this foundation, people make emotional financial decisions instead of informed ones. Finally, there is the issue of instant gratification mindset. Modern spending culture encourages buying now and worrying later. This mindset makes it difficult to delay spending for future security. Over time, this behavior prevents people from building even a small financial cushion. When all these factors combine, poor spending awareness, lack of budgeting systems, no emergency savings, limited financial education, and impulsive behavior, it becomes clear why so many people struggle with even a $500 emergency. The reality is that this problem is not just about income levels. It is about financial habits, discipline, and awareness. People who learn to control these areas, even with average incomes, are often able to build stability and handle emergencies without falling into financial stress. Small financial decisions, when repeated consistently every day, have a much greater impact on long-term wealth than salary alone. Many people focus only on increasing their income, believing that a higher paycheck will automatically solve their financial problems. While earning more money certainly helps, it does not guarantee wealth. In fact, without proper systems in place, even high incomes can disappear quickly through unnecessary spending, poor planning, and lack of discipline. The real foundation of wealth is built through financial systems, not one-time actions or sudden success. A financial system is simply a repeatable structure that guides how you earn, spend, save, and invest money. For example, someone who automatically saves 20% of their income every month is following a system. Someone who tracks all expenses daily is also following a system. These small actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but over months and years, they create powerful financial results. One of the most important daily decisions is spending awareness. Every time you choose whether to spend or save money, you are either building or weakening your financial future. A single impulse purchase may not seem important, but repeated hundreds of times, it becomes a major drain on wealth. People who build wealth are not necessarily those who never spend. They are those who are conscious about every spending decision. Another key system is automatic saving and investing. Instead of relying on discipline every month, wealthy individuals set up automated transfers that move money into savings or investments before they can spend it. This removes emotional decision-making and ensures consistency. Over time, this system creates compounding growth that manual saving rarely achieves. Debt management is also part of this system-based approach. Small decisions like avoiding unnecessary credit card usage or choosing to pay off high-interest debt early can significantly improve long-term financial health. These decisions reduce financial pressure and free up more money for investing and wealth building. The most important idea is that wealth is not created in a single moment. It is built through repetition. One good financial decision will not make someone rich, just as one bad decision will not make someone poor. But thousands of repeated decisions over time determine financial success. Salary alone is just a starting point. Without systems, even a high salary disappears quickly. With strong systems, even a moderate income can grow into significant wealth over time. And the wealth is less about how much you earn and more about what you consistently do with what you earn. Small daily financial habits, repeated over years, create results that sudden success can never replace. Once you understand how money really works, building wealth stops feeling like a mystery and starts becoming a clear, step-by-step process. Most people look at becoming a millionaire as something complicated or reserved for a lucky few. But in reality, wealth is built through a combination of simple principles: earning, saving, investing, and consistency over time. The real difference is whether you understand the system behind money or not. The journey from $100 to $1 million is not about turning a small amount into a huge amount overnight. It is about understanding how money grows and compounds. For example, the first step is learning how to protect and manage what you already have. If someone cannot control $100 properly, they will struggle to control $1,000 or $10,000. That is why financial discipline is always the starting point. The next step is increasing your earning ability. This does not always mean getting a higher salary immediately, but improving skills, creating side income, or finding ways to add value in the marketplace. Money flows toward value, and the more value you create, the more income opportunities open up. After that comes the most important stage: saving and investing consistently. Even small amounts, when invested regularly, can grow significantly over time due to compound interest. This is where the transformation happens. For example, investing small amounts every month into diversified assets like index funds or other long-term investments allows money to grow on its own over years and decades. Another important part is avoiding financial mistakes such as unnecessary debt, impulsive spending, and emotional investing decisions. These mistakes slow down progress and often keep people stuck at the same financial level for years. Wealth building is not just about what you do right, but also about what you avoid doing wrong. When you combine all of this, earning, saving, investing, and avoiding mistakes, you realize that the process is actually very logical. The reason it feels difficult to most people is because they never learn the structure behind it. Once the structure is understood, the path becomes clear and repeatable. Growing from $100 to $1 million is not magic. It is math, patience, and discipline applied consistently over time. If this made sense to you, don't just stop here. Start your journey today by tracking your money and investing even a small amount consistently. And if you want more simple breakdowns like this on how to build real wealth step by step, make sure to follow and subscribe for the next video. This content is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Always do your own research or consult a licensed financial advisor before making investment decisions.